Hey Virgos. So I have been trying to get the rest of the March forecast up, and my phone is being the biggest absolute piece of shit ever. I've deleted so many apps, so many pictures, pretty much everything that I can think of, and I get more space, and then literally 2 seconds later, my phone is full. So at this point, my phone is so full, it will not let me record any more videos, and thus I am going to be doing your March forecast as a live videos just so that I can get it up. I still need to finish Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Saggy, Cappy, Aquarius, and Libra. I did Libra twice. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go, and my phone will not let me do shit. So, welcome to Mercury retrograde pre-shadow. I did order a what's it called, SD card, and it's supposed to be getting delivered today. So hopefully it will get worked out. But let's get into it for Virgo. So this is actually just for the first 2 weeks of March. So March 1st through the 15th. That includes the new moon on March 6th, as well as this Mercury retrograde that I speak of that is going to be officially starting on the 5th, although we are already in the pre-shadows right now. So, yeah. Yeah, let's get into it. This is for Virgo. You guys can watch if there's somebody watching live. That's fine. Again, I'm mainly just doing this live because my phone won't let me record any videos. So we'll just do it live. So for Virgo, what do you need to know about for the first 2 weeks of March? So we have instincts. Let's see what else we have. And karma. So these will be the themes. Let's see what this is all about for Virgo. What's going on the first 2 weeks of March for Virgo? We have details. First 2 weeks of March for Virgo. And we have, actually this was upside down too. So both of these were upside down. Details, and the bone collector. I'll turn them so you can see them, but technically those were both upside down. So details is an energy of, crossing your T's and dotting your I's, really paying attention to things. Sometimes it can be a little bit obsessive and OCD, like it's upside down. So that tells me, Virgo, that you're probably missing a piece of the puzzle. You're missing a detail that you need. And we're going to keep digging into it with the tarot so that we can see what the situation is that you're missing some information, or you're missing a detail that you need to know about. Bone collector is a energy of a wise woman, kind of like a shaman type person, very wise. This is upside down as well, so this tells me that you're not quite trusting your intuition. Something, you've got an instinct and you've been picking up cues on something, Virgo, but you're not quite getting the message. There's a detail that you're missing. You need to trust your instinct. You're right on track with whatever it is that's happening, but you're not quite getting the message, if that makes sense. You're not quite trusting yourself. And this is related to karma, DNA, or, perhaps maybe like ancestral. Let's keep pulling. So we're going to get into the tarot. So, what does Virgo need to know about this situation? That they're receiving intuitive messages but not trusting. So we have the One of Cups. So perhaps you've recently started a relationship. It could be romantic, or it could be friendship, something new, because we have a 1 here. So this is the beginning of something. A journey. You maybe could be starting to dig into working with your ancestors, or trying to heal some karma. That could be a beginning there. What does Virgo need to know about this situation? We have the 9 of Swords reversed. So here's the front of it. which is a pretty heavy card. It's somebody who's definitely contemplating their past. And here it is again in the reversed. So you're ready to leave this behind you. Whatever it is, you're ready to get it off your mind and move on from it. So again, maybe Virgo, this is something that you've already recognized. But again, there's something here that your instinct and your intuition's been telling you, and you've not really been paying attention to it. For Virgo, what do they need to know about this situation? 10 of Wands reversed. So you've been doing the work. You've been doing all the work. All the way it's on your back. 10 is a number of completion of a cycle, so that's good. But I feel like this is really kind of telling us that it's not for you to take the whole brunt of this karma and this DNA for yourself. It's not all yours to clear. It's okay for us to do work for our ancestors, and it's okay for us to, you know, some of us are being called to be that chain breaker, but this is more saying that it's not 100% your burden to carry, and you're carrying too much of it. You're worrying too much about it. Okay. Let's keep pulling here for Virgo. All right. So yeah, 3 of Swords. This indicates a breakup. So, something needs to be something that's pretty new. So even though it's new and you wouldn't think that it was already time for it to be over, it's actually time for it to be over. You've either known something intuitively, you're, you know, perhaps having dreams or just having thoughts, and you want to believe that they're not true, but they are. So it's very much asking you to pay attention to what your instinct has been in this relationship all along, because you're right. Again, this is a general reading for Virgo, so it's not going to be applicable for every single person. This could be if you're a Virgo sun, moon, or rising. It doesn't matter which one. So, you know, if the relationship part of it isn't seeming like it's resonating with every one of you, you can just take the instinct part. Just make sure that you're really, for these first 2 weeks of March, tapping into your instinct and your intuition as the bone collector here, collecting the details, collecting the messages, and putting together the pieces. But for overall general Virgo, you're doing too much of the work, and you need to let others carry some of this burden. It's something so big that it's not something that one person can carry. And normally I would say for somebody who's working with ancestral karma and DNA, to work on doing those healings. But in this case, it feels like you're actually supposed to allow your ancestors to carry some of this burden with you. It's too much for you right now. Allow them to take on the burden. It cannot all be cleared right now. Focus on what this relationship issue is that needs to be healed, and take a break of carrying the burden for your family. This could include the family that's here on this planet at this time, not just your past ancestors and past loved ones, but your family that's currently here. Back to the 9 of Swords, very much in contemplation and thinking a lot of the past. And actually the light is kind of shining. I feel like in this sense, the reverse of this card is actually better than the front, because in this one, he's still kind of like imprisoned by it and very much being controlled by these thoughts. And here, you know, he's now looking into the future, and this past is behind him, and the sun is shining. So things are good. You're ready to move on. Let's see here. Let's pull a couple cards for Virgo. What energy should Virgo really be focused on in a positive way? What's some positive affirmations for Virgo? Virgo. Accept the gifts of the universe and play. So rather than trying to do all this work and control everything, Virgo, it's time to have some fun, let your childlike energy, take the role instead of being so serious and planning and working, and accept the gifts the universe has for you. And we will now pull a angel crystal energy for Virgo. Fluorite. Fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself, and God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So if you're having doubts about that, that's just like a little encouraging message. Fluorite is actually a good crystal to work with for like test taking and remembering things. It's a beautiful crystal. It doesn't mean you need to run out and buy it by any means, but it just wants, it's just a message for you to recognize your natural beauty and authenticity. And then finally, as far as like some spirit guides that you can work with during this time to help you carry that burden, to help you maybe even recognize what this is about for Virgo. What guides should they be working with for Virgo? You're going to get 2. So we've got Diana and Mother Mary. I think they've come up in some other readings too. But so far, I think most of the guides that have come through for these first 2 weeks of March have been of the Divine Feminine. So Diana is of focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. And then Mother Mary is let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So if in this situation that's going on, Virgo, it's important for you to let go of the need to be right. And that's a very Virgo trait to have. I'm very much perfectionist. And yes, you're good at planning and you're good at doing things and it doesn't mean that you're wrong. To admit that you're not right or that somebody else is right doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong. And I know that might not make sense, but 2 people can be right at the same time. You just need to see somebody else's perspective on this. And, if I pick from all the cards that we have here, the most important, I feel like, are the instinct and the bone collector, for you to really trust your intuition and to let go of this burden and let your family help you with this. And maybe this relationship is family related, Virgo. This very much could be a family situation, some type of argument or some type of tension in the family. And you're maybe even in the mediator position and you're trying to carry the burden from this, but your whole family needs to deal with it, not just you, Virgo. Okay, so yeah, I hope this was helpful. Watch out for that Mercury retrograde energy coming in. It'll get you. Plus, we're in Pisces season, so super emotional. And just try to not overreact. That goes for all of us, not just Virgo. So, as always, I appreciate a thumbs up, comment, share, like. And if you're interested in a private reading, you can always message me through my Facebook, Rhiannon Rambles, and I will be leaving the link to that.